Dear Auntie Joan, I'm not very good at writing, but I thought I'd tell you about the Taylors and say I miss you a real lot. Mr. and Mrs. Taylor are not, and they're giving me my own room and everything. But their daughter, Tracy, is real bossy. Sometimes she gives me such a hard time, I feel like putting a spider in her bed. But I won't. Mr. Taylor said I can have Nicky, but do you think the maids would miss him too much? I had a dream the other night, and in it, you and me mum. We went fishing, and at night we all got into bed with Nicky and watched Jaws on TV. I won't tell you the ending because it's sad. Anyway, I have to go and clean my teeth now. Please come and see me, or could I visit you? I love you, Shane. P.S. I still miss you and me mum.
Do you think the bells ring around here for your amusement, Brian? Now get out.
Come on.
Not you. Oh, go on, get a move on, Brian. Sorry, Greenway, I just wanted to talk to you alone for a moment. Sit down, please. How are you settling in?
Good, thank you.
Well, you seem to be adjusting quite well. You know, you're getting involved with the collage and your drawings.
Yes.
You seem to have talent.
I just dabble, really.
No, you're really very good.
Thank you.
I was wondering if perhaps you could do something for me. Would it be at all possible to make a small painting from that?
I could try.
It would mean a lot to me. It's, you see, it's my father and a nephew.
I'll do my best.
Just want to tell Sam that there's apple pie on for sweets.
Is that so? Well, I suggest you both get back to the dining room before I put you on a charge. Thanks.
Oh, thanks, Johnny. I had to do a fair bit of digging, and it's cost me more than I expected.
I'm sure it'll be worth it.
Well, I talked to a lot of Woodridge people, prisoners and officers, and I got a lot of information. But remember, this has all got to be completely off the record, right?
Understood. And I appreciate it, Anne. Now tell me what you found out.
Well, most of the Woodridge inmates have been knocked around by Murphy at one time or another. And there were 2 separate cases of young kids being held on remand, found hung in their cells.
Well, that could have been suicide, Ern. You know it happens.
They were on remand. Look, even if they had been convicted, neither of them would have drawn long sentences, so why kill themselves? Anyway, the main thing is that they both had run-ins with Murphy. And of course, he's well known as a poof basher. He really hates them. There was that Kevin Nielsen case, you know about that?
Yeah.
Well, he was being heavied all over the place by Murphy. Everyone knew it, and everyone knew it would end up bad, but he was found at the foot of some stairs with a broken neck.
Sounds like I wasn't wrong about him.
Oh, everyone at Woodridge knows about him, but no one's going to risk their neck giving evidence.
Oh, surely someone's got guts enough.
Oh, forget it. If I was you, I'd just go on collecting all the dirt I could and then wait for my chance.
How much more dirt is there?
I reckon I've only just scratched the surface. But if you really want the full goods on Murphy, then there's someone here right under your nose who'll be able to tell you, if you asked him the right way.
Who?
Jeff McRae. If I was you, I'd have a nice, long talk to him.
I want a word with you, McRae.
She didn't start the conversation. It was my fault.
That's not what I want to talk to you about. Here. I understand you've got the goods on Murphy.
What's it to you?
Let's just say that we'd all be a lot better off if we got rid of him, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, what do you know about Kevin Nielsen?
You've been doing some homework, Miss Ferguson.
Gonna need a lot more than that if I'm gonna nail Murphy.
Well, I know that Nielsen had a broken neck before he fell downstairs.
But proving it's another matter, eh?
How far will you back me if I find a way of getting rid of Murphy?
All the way?
Can you arrange for us to work inside?
Why?
Someone's out to get us. We wouldn't have a chance outside.
Okay, I'll speak to Murphy.
No, we've tried that. See, he wants us set up. But if you spoke to the officers, pointing out the dangers of supervising us outside, I reckon they'd back you.
Right. Leave it with me. Look, I just want you to know that I think I can understand what you must be going through.
I beg your pardon?
Well, the pregnancy, it can't have been an easy decision to make. Well, I'm sure you've made the right one. I mean, at your age, the risks are too great.
Is that all?
No, we just thought that you would like to know how we all feel.
Thank you. But I don't need your opinion or anyone else's. And I don't appreciate it being the subject of common prison gossip.
Look, I'm sorry, I didn't
Thank you,
mean...
Joan, for your concern. But I have to sort this out for myself.
Yes, of course. Oh, so Murphy's been up to his old tricks again.
I don't think it was him.
Yeah? Take a walk, Desmond. I want to talk to you.
For God's sake, she needs help!
She's in no danger now, Brian. I'll see that she gets help, okay?
She needs a doctor.
Yes, and I'll see that she gets one after we nail the culprit.
Oh, come on, we know who it is.
We want to get rid of Murphy, right? Now we've got the evidence.
How?
Just get her to her cell and I'll fix it.
Oh, no, you can't use Pixie for something
Desmond,
like that.
the damage has been done. Now, it's not going to make any difference to Mason.
No.
Better this than finding her at the bottom of a stairwell like the rest of Murphy's victims.
Oh, she's not hurt anymore.
No. See that she's taken care of properly after we fix Murphy. We won't get time to lay a finger on anyone else.
Hope you're not wasting my time, Ferguson.
Look, I'm making alcohol. I could smell it. Now, do you want to catch them or not?
Don't use that tone with me. Which cell was it?
The Carters.
Ah, the wog's making jungle juice, is she?
Someone is.
Beats me why you didn't handle this yourself.
I thought you might appreciate the feather in your cap.
What?
Well, it's going to look very good on your record, isn't it, when the department finds out that you nipped it in the bud single-handed?
What are you after?
I've changed my mind about working on your team. Well, you've shown me that a prison can be run efficiently with the right person behind the desk.
That it?
No, you were right. They'd never consider me for the job. I know that now.
Quite a change of heart. Good. Anyone else in it with her?
I only saw Warren go in there.
Did she see you?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? God, woman, what's got into you?
All right, she didn't see me. Now, do you want to catch them
Of
or
course
not?
I want to catch them. But we'll wait a few minutes, let them settle down.
Yeah, but if you wait, then...
Well, wait.
Here we go.
Righto, back against the wall, everybody. Caught you this time. Move it, Bryant. Come on, Mason. What's going on here? What's wrong with Mason?
You should know, Mr. Murphy. You did a damn good job on her when you raped her.
No, you don't, you bitch!
Get it off. Quick, go on, do it. Brian, get the sister for these two. Hurry.
Bitch! You won't get away with this. Don't work. Can't.
Already has. You made sure of that when you hit Desmond in front of those witnesses.
You think you've got me, don't you? Well, it's been tried by better people than you.
I doubt it.
You wait till this blows over. By God, I'll nail you, Ferguson.
You won't get a chance, Murphy, because this won't blow over. You are in it up to here.
You're forgetting something, aren't you? Burke. He's already doing time for rape. He's got to be #1 suspect.
Save your breath, Mr. Murphy. Burke has got a cast-iron alibi and an impeccable witness. Me. Keep an eye on him. You'll find Murphy in the governor's office. Miss Hagan will show you the way.
Thank you, Miss Ferguson.
Oh, here's the governor now.
Hello, Inspector.
Mrs. Reynolds, how are you?
Fine. Much rather this hadn't happened, though. Will I see you before you go?
Yeah, of course. Let's go.
We saw the ambulance leaving as we arrived. What's Mason's condition?
Well, Sister Hall's examined her. Nothing serious, a few bruises, of course, but I'm afraid
You mean she's in shock?
catatonic. My God. Well, there's nothing we can do now, Governor. I've got everything under control. Wasn't easy, though, with some people not turning up to do their shift.
I'm sorry, Joan. Couldn't be helped.
Well, it was just as well I was here to take care of Murphy. You know, he went mad. Someone could have been killed.
Yes, thank you, Miss Ferguson. How are the women taking it?
Oh, they're quiet for the moment, but they'll bear watching.
Better get a move on.
Peppermint? Sorry I can't offer you a fag, but I've given them up. Now I'm trying to give up peppermints.
Look, will you cut the crap? You can see I'm being set up.
I'm a police officer, Mr. Murphy. I can only go by what the witnesses tell me.
They're all bloody liars.
Funny. That's what they say about you. Ah, Miss Ferguson. Only keep you a moment.
It's all right, Inspector. I'll help if I can.
Good. Now, let me see. Mr. Murphy claims that you framed him for the rape on Mason. Says you lured him to the cell with some story about somebody making illicit liquor. Is that true?
It is not. No, Inspector, I've been in this game for a long time, and I consider myself to be a good officer. If I had found something like that, I would have dealt with it. I certainly wouldn't have worried a governor with a routine problem.
You lying cow.
No. Let's not get personal. You get on all right with Mr. Murphy?
I'm afraid not, Inspector. I've tried to be friendly, but Mr. Murphy seems to have something against me.
What was that?
It's the dinner bell.
Oh, a good idea. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. Mr. Murphy suggests the real culprit is Frank Burke.
It's a good suggestion. But Burke was working in the library under my supervision at the time of the rape.
Come on, man, she's lying.
Inspector, if I'm lying, then how does Mr. Murphy explain his attack on Myra Desmond? There were plenty of witnesses to that.
Hear the prisoner's statements and hear the staff's. Thanks. Well, where should I start?
One up with mine. You can be sure it's accurate.
What else is going to happen in this place?
Well, it could have been worse. You know, they'd have killed him if I hadn't arrived on the scene in time.
Is he still in my office?
Yeah. Oh, I checked in to see if there was anything he wanted, but he wasn't too happy, so I haven't bothered since.
I still find it hard to believe.
Well, I did try to warn you, Governor. Then I suppose what's done is done, eh? Good night.
Right. Is it my imagination, or is she enjoying all this? No question of it.
Leonard Edwin Murphy, I arrest you for the rape of Sandra Mason and the assault of Myra Desmond. I must warn you, you needn't say anything. But anything you do say may be taken down and used in evidence.
Keep it short, Miss Ferguson.
Won't take a minute.
Murphy?
Good morning, Len.
What do you want? I don't want any trouble, okay, Murphy?
Keep it down! Quiet!
What is it now?
Oh, I just wanted to be the first to offer my sympathies, Len. New charges they're going to bring against you are going to make things very tough.
What are you talking about?
Remember Nielsen?
Nielsen who?
The late Kevin Nielsen?
You're wasting your time, Ferguson. I've never heard of him.
Still convinced you're going to get out of it, aren't you? You're finished, Murphy. I mean, Nielsen wasn't the first, and he wasn't the last either, was he? So there's quite a bit of opposition in your time, eh?
You don't think they're going to believe these fairy tales, do you?
Yes, I do. Even if you beat the rape and assault charges, and I doubt very much you will, you're still going to have a lot of explaining to do about those accidental deaths, which apparently weren't quite as accidental as the department first thought.
I see what you're up to. Well, if you don't say anything to anyone, what's it worth?
I've got what I want, Murphy. You behind bars. The knowledge that you're going to be there for a long, long time.
You keep your mouth shut, Ferguson, or I'll have it shut for you.
I don't think so. You see, I've told the police everything. I just wanted you to hear it firsthand.
I'll take you with me.
help me. No, you won't. I'm a survivor, Murphy. Besides, you're going to have your work cut out worrying how to survive in a prison full of men who hate your guts.
You all right?
Yeah, no damage done. I can't think what got into him.
Get her out of here.
Knock it off, Murphy. I think you better go.
Yes. Yes, I've done all I can for him, I suppose.
Bastard!
But don't give them nothing until you see the colour of their money, OK?
You okay? Anything else?
I'd say that just about covers the lot. Come on, hand it over.
Now, Ferguson. Wait your turn.
You've really blown it this time, Kelly. You know that? You're going to go straight to the pound.
Well, if I do, I'll have you for company. Might be worth it when I see the look on Renault's face after I tell her how you framed Murphy. And get going. Time's money. Now, where were we?
Don't threaten me, Kelly. Now, you cried rape to the police, and Desmond engineered the whole thing. You were in it up to your filthy little neck.
True. But what do you reckon they can do to us? A year? Maybe 2 added to our sentence.
At least.
You, Ferguson, they'd throw you out on your ear. And even if they didn't charge you, you'd be finished. So you show a little respect, because I'm the one that's keeping you in this job.
What the hell do you think you're doing, Patterson?
What's it look like?
It looks like you're heading for a charge. Now get back to work.
Yes, sir, Herr Commandant.
I said move.
Don't do that. You might just get me all upset. Then I might just accidentally tell Renault about you and Mr. Murphy.
Look what you made me do, Patterson. That's just a sample of what you're going to get if you try to blackmail me again. Is that clear?
Yes.
Louder.
Yes, Miss Ferguson.
Because we wouldn't want you to finish up like some of Mr. Murphy's friends at Woodridge, would we? You see, Patterson, they're dead. Understand?
You hounded Heather out of here, didn't you? Pushed her till she didn't know what she was doing.
Did the department a favour. She was a fool. There's no room in the service for fools.
Well, you better hope there's still a place left for you by the time I've finished. Where I come from, we're loyal to our mates. And we don't forget. Ever.
Shame!
Auntie Jane?
Oh, shame. Boy, you gave me a fright. What are you doing here?
Well, I didn't know whether you'd want me here or not, but you do, don't you?
Of course I do. But listen...
And I can stay with you, can't I?
Now, Shane, wait a minute. You've got a home now. What about your new parents?
They're not me parents. They hate me.
Shane.
That's why I ran away. And I'm never going back there again. Never.
Nice?
Great. Don't get anything like that over there. Have some more?
Look, how about we talk about why you ran away first, Now, there must have been a reason.
Because I want to be with you.
Yes, I know, mate, but that's not possible. I'm going to have to take you back.
No, you can't. You wouldn't. Anyway, there'd be no point. They don't want me.
Now, what makes you say that?
It's true. They don't even like me. They just want someone to pick on all the time.
Oh, I find that a bit hard to believe, Shane.
I wouldn't lie to you, honest. They hate me.
All right. What makes you think they're picking on you?
Well, for instance, the other night I had to go to bed without any tea. Just because I had a little smudge on my homework. And I was starving too.
Right. What else?
Well, Mr. Taylor said if he caught me watching TV again in the mornings, he'd belt me.
Oh, come on, I find that a bit hard to believe.
It's true. He meant it. And that dumb kid Tracy, I hate her.
Why?
Because she's always doing rotten things so I get the blame. And she does it on purpose. You won't send me back, will you?
What say we have a bite to eat and then we can talk some more?
Good thinking, Auntie Joan.
Mr. Taylor? Joan Ferguson. I wanted to tell you that Shane is with me. He's all right, but I think he should stay the night.
Are you the Auntie Joan he always talks about?
Yes, that's right.
Thank heavens. We wondered where he got to. I was about to call the police.
Oh, there's no need for that now.
Listen, I'll pick him up. It's no problem.
I'd prefer you didn't.
I beg your pardon.
Look, he's asleep, Mr. Taylor. He's had a very big day.
He's not the only one.
Mr. Taylor, I think I should come and have a chat with you and your wife about Shane.
Oh?
Well, it's just that there are a few things I'd like to get straight about his future with you.
Mrs. Ferguson, was it?
Miss?
Right, well, Miss Ferguson. I appreciate your interest, but Shane's future really is none of your business.
Mr. Taylor, I looked after that boy for quite some time, and I feel I have every right to talk to you about him.
I take your point. It's just that we've been worried sick.
Yes. Look, what say I take him to school in the morning and then come over to you?
Okay. I'll see you about 9:30.
Yes. Yes, thank you, Mr. Taylor. Good night. Well, here we are.
Yeah.
Come on, chin up.
Haven't even got any mates at this dumb place.
It's hard when you go to a new school, but you'll soon make friends.
Auntie Joan, I just want to be with you.
Hey, Shane, you want to play footy? Yeah, come on, we're playing with Paul and the Harvey kids.
Looks like you're on the team, eh?
Yeah. Be there in a minute. Gonna be here after school?
No, I can't, mate. I've got to go to work. And you've got to go back to the tailors, understand?
Come on, Shane!
Come on, cut it out, Auntie Joan.
Oh, yeah. Okay. See ya.
Here, take a seat, Miss Ferguson. Would you like a cup of coffee?
Oh, no, thanks. All the same.
It's nice to meet you, Lastly.
Yes. We've been meaning to call you several times over the past weeks.
Only we really didn't think it was fair to involve you.
Well, I'm here now.
I'm glad. Shane talks about you all the time.
Let me set you right on something, Miss Ferguson. We want Shane. We've always wanted a son.
Very glad to hear that.
I'm sorry I was a bit short on the phone, but, well, you know how it is. Marnie and I are Shane's parents now, and I thought you might have tried to interfere with what we're doing.
Oh, just what is that?
To raise Shane as though he's our real son. To give him all the opportunities we can afford so he can make something of his life.
It's very commendable. It's how it should be.
But unfortunately, he's proving to be quite a handful.
Oh?
Almost impossible at times.
In what way?
Well, he doesn't get on with other children. And his moods can change so quickly.
Yeah. When he's pulled into line, he stacks on the most incredible tantrums.
Oh, with due respect, Mr. Taylor, I've just left Shane at the school, and he was the same lovable child I've always known.
Yes, well, I can see where you may be a bit confused. Look, do us a favor, will you? Come to dinner tonight and see for yourself. Maybe you can help us after all.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Hey, hang on. I've got a name, Kelly.
Yeah, right.
Somebody's nicked my stash.
Miss Ferguson? Yeah, that is bad luck.
Bad luck for you if you don't help me find it, lady.
You threatening me, Kelly?
Oh, you could say that. Remember a word in the right ear about Murphy. Kind of tempting when you look at it from us.
Righto, Kelly, you've made your point yet again. Now, what am I looking for?
Art paper and crayons.
Really? Who's the artist?
Try Berksell. Miss Ferguson.
It's lunchtime. How much longer are you going to keep us hanging around here anyway?
As long as it takes, Burke. Any more remarks, you'll be on a charge.
What else are you looking for?
It's just taken long enough anyway.
She probably planted something just to get at us.
You know, I hope that's not just a cover in case she does find something, Burke.
Of course it's bloody not. I don't trust her. Before Murphy was poisoned, that one beats him for dead.
surprise me. Thought you had more brains than that. Looks like you're all clean. Better tidy up the mess, you'll be late for lunch.
Sorry we wasted your time, love. Bitch!
Better hurry up, Burke. You wouldn't want to miss out on lunch as well.
Any news?
Nothing was found in the search.
What about Frank?
Clean. I'd say whoever took it got rid of it before the search. Now, why don't you two go and amuse yourselves with the new inmate? By the looks of it, she's not short of a quid.
What do you think? She's lying.
Greenwade, finish that painting?
Yeah, I have. It's just in here. Here's your photo. And here you go. Like it?
None of the other women have seen this?
No. Is it what you wanted?
Yes.
Oh, hello, Miss Ferguson. Thanks for coming.
Mrs. Taylor.
Oh.
Honey Joan!
Shane, how are you, mate?
Terrific, now you're here.
He hates us.
That'll do, Tracy. Miss Ferguson, this is our daughter.
Hello, Tracy.
Hello. Why don't you show your auntie your new room, Shane?
Later.
How about you two set the table while Miss Ferguson has a drink?
Okay. But I'm sitting next to Auntie Joan.
The guest always gets one side of the table to themselves.
I don't mind.
Look, you two can sit opposite Auntie Joan.
Why?
It's just easier that way, Shane.
Told you.
It's not fair. I never get to see Auntie Joan anymore.
Shane, it doesn't really matter where I sit. Now, I'm going to be spending the evening with you, and, well, I'll be able to see you better across the table.
Will you talk to me while I'm setting out the knife and forks?
Oh, there goes Shane. Your auntie hasn't even sat down yet.
No, it's all right. Lead the way, mate.
The good set, Shane.
You bet.
Mum, will you tell him to stop it?
What's the problem?
He keeps kicking my chair.
Sit still, please, Shane.
Does your mother live alone?
Yes, Dad died a couple of...
Do you still get kookaburras in your yard?
Yes, Shane. I'm sorry, you were saying.
Do you still save a bit of meat for him?
Stop interrupting, Shane.
Stop telling me what to do.
Settle down, you two.
I wasn't doing anything, Dad.
I wasn't doing anything, Dad.
Shane, that's enough.
She never does anything wrong, does she?
Yes, she does. But you were the one who interrupted us.
I want to speak to me Auntie Joan.
We will,
now!
mate.
You haven't stopped talking to them all evening.
We're here to get to know each other, all of us.
Auntie Joan and I already know each other.
That's quite enough, Shane.
Let Bob handle it.
If you don't behave, you can go to your room.
No! It's my night and you keep spoiling it. Auntie Joan came to see me, not you. You hate me, and you want to turn her against me too.
That's not true, and you know it.
Stop it! Stop it! I hate you. I don't want you for parents.
It's becoming a regular occurrence, unfortunately. They start picking on each other for no reason, and then they both end up in their rooms for the rest of the night.
I feel quite embarrassed. You know, I came here tonight prepared to believe that you weren't the right family for Shane. He actually led me to believe that you...
That we don't love him or want him.
Yes.
It's not true, Joan.
Oh, I can see that now. You know, I thought I knew Shane, but tonight you were far more patient with him than I would have been.
We just don't know what to do. It'd be very easy to just give up and put Shane back in the home. But neither Bob or I are prepared to do that. We want him to be part of our family. But we just don't know how to convince him of that. It's very quiet in there.
How is he?
Well, I didn't commit murder. We don't believe in spanking children.
Oh, I agree, but, you know, sometimes a good spanked bottom can work wonders.
Maybe. He wants to talk to you.
Come on. Enough tears.
You heard what it was like. They just pick on me all the time.
Oh, I don't know about that, Shane.
You saw it, didn't you?
What I saw was you not giving the Taylors much of a chance. Just like those kids at school.
I tried. They just don't want me like you do.
Shane, I can't have you. We both know that. Now look, you've got a new life here and I expect you to give it a try.
I don't want a new life. I want to be with you. Please don't send me back. Don't make me go back there. I want to be with you. Please. No one has to know.
Oh, I know what the problem is. Me.
Rubbish. Don't think that at all. Shane's had a hell of a life. He's been pushed from pillar to post, and when he finally finds someone who really loves him, some court judge says he can't stay. No child can expect to settle with a bunch of strangers after all that trauma.
I've tried to stay out of his life, but I'm just frightened he'll keep running away.
And the way to fix that is to be a part of his life.
Oh, after what happened tonight?
At the moment, he resents us for taking him away from you. But the court can't stop you coming into our home and being a part of our weekend activities.
You sure?
Be the wisest thing all around. Don't see any need for the boy not to see you, especially while he's so young. So, interested in being part of the family, Auntie Joan?
Yeah. Nothing would make me happier.
Let's settle it.
I had a chat with some of the women yesterday. Did you stop Bobby Mitchell from saying goodbye to them?
I did.
Why? What harm would it have done?
Mitchell was leaving, they were staying.
So?
You're not serious.
I'm just a simple bloke from Yorkshire, Joan. You know that?
Come on, she could have told him any amount of lies before she left. We could have had a riot on our
That's
hands.
ridiculous, and you damn well know it.
Well, I don't know about you, but I don't care to see my fellow officers placed in that kind of danger.
Oh, God, no, I've heard everything. Well, don't tell me you really are going to stand for union rep. You know there's a meeting this afternoon.
I've heard mention of it.
I think you should go to the infirmary.
Brian, get away from him.
I'm only trying to help.
What happened?
I don't know. He was like that when I came in.
Joan, was there anybody outside?
Outside? What are you talking about?
I think we should take him to the infirmary. He's got a hell of a bump on the back of his head there. You could have concussion. You should go to the infirmary.
No, not yet. I'll just sit for a moment. I couldn't take the stairs.
You know what happened?
No, I just heard a lot of noise coming from the cell, and like an idiot, I just rushed in, and that's all I can remember.
Well, Brian?
Well, what? I don't know what happened, do I? He probably just fell over.
Come on, Brian, look at the cell. What did he fall over? Dynamite? Come on, you can do better than that.
Yeah, look, just hang on. I don't know who did it, but
Yeah,
I know...
shut up, you. Yeah, you've been riding me all day, haven't you?
Oh, that's better. For a moment, I almost believed you. Would you care to tell me why?
Yeah, I'll tell you why. He put me on a charge for fighting with Kelly. Are you satisfied now?
For the moment?
Judy, what's going
You
on?
just shut up and leave me alone, you! Hey, cut it! You get out!
Just hold it there, Brian. Now, would you care to tell me what this is all about?
Yeah, I'll tell you what it's about. We got Murphy for you, didn't we? But that creep who raped Pixie is still wandering around here scot-free.
Oh, so you thought you'd wreck yourself, huh?
Yeah, and that's just a start of it.
Oh, no, it's the finish. You're going to the pound, Bryant. I'll get this one up to solitary and then get the sister for you. Come on.
And I suppose I really should have called this union meeting when I stopped being rep, but, well, things got a bit busy, didn't they? Well, shall we get on with it? Now, nominations? Oh, come on.
Can I nominate myself?
Yes, I think so.
Good. I might add that my reason for standing is that I'm quite concerned about officer safety.
Yes, all right. Seconded? Seconded, Gail Brown. Right. Any more nominations? Well, I'd like to nominate Dennis. Seconded? Seconded, Pat Slattery.
You've got to be kidding. He's hardly a union man.
Well, that makes two of us then, doesn't it? Thanks, Joyce. I accept the nomination.
Right, well, we'd better vote on it if you wouldn't mind stepping outside.
Now, you really surprised me.
I didn't think you and the union would see eye to eye.
Well, let's just say, Joan, that like you, I'm concerned with officer safety too. I don't like them being sacked for trying to do their job.
Oh, yes, I forgot. Your girlfriend. Come in, please. Well, I'd like you all to congratulate our new union representative, Dennis Cruikshank.
Shane? Yeah? Come and get rid of the rubbish, love. Oh, but I want to play. Wow, look at the cake. Can I have some?
Oh, rubbish first, mate.
Oh, I don't have to, Auntie Joan.
If you want any cake, you do.
Go on, away you go.
Sorry, I jumped in.
Oh, that's all right. He's a good kid. He'll come round.
We'll take the cartridge back, love. Hey, kids! Grab some of this stuff and take it up to the car, will you?
Oh, but we want to play.
Come on, love. It's a long trip back.
You promised you'd watch me throw some stones in the river.
You should have reminded me earlier, Shane.
Oh, but geez.
What should I take, Auntie Joan?
Well, you can take that basket, love, and the last chocolate biscuit.
But I haven't had one of those.
Food's for the workers, mate. Go on, where you go and play?
That basket's too heavy for a girl. Anyway, this is my auntie, not yours.
Done it again, haven't I?
But you did it very well. I'll have to take lessons.
How about some more up in this corner? And what about the top of that mast?
Got it.
Good girl.
She cheated. She had it under her knee. Did not. Did so. I saw you pick it.
Okay, kids. Bedtime. You have first shower, Shane.
Why me?
Because it's your sports day tomorrow and you have to be up early.
And don't use all the hot water. I want to wash my hair.
Well, you have a shower first then. I'm staying with me, Auntie Joan.
Come on, mate. Do as you're told.
But she always has a shower first other times. You just don't want me to be with Auntie Joan.
Shane, that's enough. Now get going.
You should have got Auntie Joan to tell him. He always does what she says.
Well, Auntie Joan isn't in charge of him. I am.
Time for a cuppa. Ladies?
No, thanks, Bob. I really should be going. I've got a big day tomorrow.
Oh, are you sure, Joan? Won't take a minute.
Yeah, I'm sure. And thanks for a lovely day, both of you.
Get Auntie Jones' things, will you, Tracy? I'll get the car out. The thing is, after you left last night, Marnie was feeling bad about what she said. She didn't mean anything by it. She just wasn't thinking.
She was upset. It's not surprising the way Shane was going on.
Anyway, we'd just like you to know we're sorry.
It's all right. Take more than that to get through this thick skin.
You see, you have to understand that while Marnie had a number of miscarriages before Tracy, then we had a son who was stillborn. So Shane's very precious to us.
Huh? As a substitute for the child you lost?
Of course not. You can never replace one child with another. Shane's a person in his own right. And despite the difficulties we're having, Marnie and I both love him very much. It's just that having lost a child before, we're terrified of losing Shane in a different way. Can you understand?
Yes. More than you can imagine. You see, I wanted Shane with me, well, more than I've ever wanted anything. But I also realise that he has to be part of a real family. And I shall do all I can to help him understand that.
Thanks.
Mind you, if things change and I feel it isn't in Shane's best interest to stay with you, I'll fight every way I can to get him away. I feel you should know that.
Fair enough. I appreciate your honesty. We'd still like you to be a part of our family, for as long as you want to be. Be good for Shane, and we like having you around too. So, anytime you'd like to drop over, don't wait to be asked.
Thank you.
Won't you help me with the scam I've got cooking up? I'm going to knock off the freak and Desmond.
Don't bother me with it. I've got something of my own on.
Don't you walk away from me if you... What are we carrying here?
Get out!
Grab it! You get yourself another one.
It won't do you much good without this.
You give me...
It's not worth fighting over. I can make another one easy enough. We'll settle a price later.
Fan-bloody-tastic. Who says there's no Santa Claus?
Yeah, but like you said, you got nothing to put in it.
Oh, these things will fire anything if you pack them right. You let me worry about it. All you got to do is get the freak and bring it to Desmond's cell.
Just for a couple until I get the rest.
Miss Ferguson, quick, there's a fight in the cells.
Between whom?
Burke and Kelly. Something about drugs is killing her.
All right, you lot wait at the gates. I'll be back in a minute.
And you keep shut, or I'll blow your face away. Where's Desmond?
Huh?
You were supposed to bring her too.
You didn't tell me that.
Get her now, move.
Kelly, you've pulled some pretty stupid tricks in your time, but this one's going to finish you.
Not me. You're the one that's finished. Got any last words?
Come on, you know what happens to people who kill prison officers? They get life. And other officers give them very special treatment. I wouldn't think it was worthwhile myself.
Scared, eh?
Right, Kelly, you want a deal? You want to run the rackets?
I asked you that once, and you said I was too stupid. So now I'm going to do it my way. And no one's ever going to know it was me. I'm setting up Desmond. Same way you and her did Murphy. So how do you like that, eh?
You haven't got a hope in hell of getting away with it.
I'll take my chances.
What sort of trouble?
I don't know, you'll have to ask Lexi. She just said she was in awful trouble and would I come and get you.